We're joined now by AK Sai Kumar, Director, Apollo Microsystems. And there is some news coming in actually on Apollo Microsystems as we speak. They have got industrial explosives and manufacturing license from DPIIT. It's a license for manufacturing of equipment under defense aircraft for unmanned helicopter category. The license also granted under category of allied defense, equipment for navigation and radar systems, and validity of the license is for 15 years. Mr. Kumar, thank you so much for speaking with us. First, if you can start by understanding the implications of this and how crucial this license is, what is the amount of business it opens up for you?
Yeah, thank you. Good morning, and thank you for welcoming here today. So this is a very important requirement for all the defense equipment manufacturers. There are certain items which are classified under the DPIIT, which needs a mandatory license for companies to manufacture those systems. So these are certain areas that that we are expecting a very large manufacturing orders going forward. Currently, as you know, that we are a technology company and we are doing a lot of development activity. And these are certain systems where we are expecting a huge manufacturing requirements currently on the anvil, actually, particularly on the inertial navigation side and also on the radar side, both.
Okay, Mr. Kumar, Neeraj here, good morning. What does this or the spate of recent wins that you've had mean for business per se? How soon do these translate into actual work on the ground and thereby revenues getting recognized?
In the context of, you're talking in the context of the license or generally?
Yes, please.
Actually?
Yes, please.
Yeah, see, license is something which is mandatorily required. Okay. So we have been working on these technologies for several years, but the license for manufacturing of that on a large scale license, something which is required that we have, which makes us eligible, for the future bidding of a large contracts. At the same time, also to enter into a strategical tie-up with some international companies, and we are also collaborating with some domestic companies. Recently, we have entered a tripartite, memorandum of understanding with IIT Chennai and Indian Navy for developing the future critical technologies, for which also some of the, equipment that we are going to develop in joint development activity. For that also the license is mandatory. So this is, one such steps, which is also making us eligible to, to bid for the direct MOD contracts, where the stipulation of licensing is there actually.
What do you plan to bid over the next 12 months with this license? And again, just trying to understand, I know after winning the bid, there are things, so it's too soon, but I'm guessing that this paves the way for you bidding and winning some contracts, right? Some color on that.
Yeah, we have some make-to contracts for radar equipment actually. So, it's already on advanced stages of development, which will be rolling out in the next financial year, and this license has come at the right time. Secondly, there are certain, logistic, drones, which will subsequently use for attack requirements as well, which are currently under the, design development phase, and will some of the models, are entering trials in the next couple of quarters, probably next, 1 or 2 quarters, they will enter into trials phase. At the same time, for the inertial navigation system, it's very critical that, these sensors are currently, certain sensors are being developed within the DRDO, and for which we are working, and there are several applications where these sensors are actually imported from the various countries. So we have already imported test equipment. They are very sophisticated equipment, but two such test equipments were close to around 20 to 25 odd crores. We have already invested. We are expecting any moment in next 3-4 months for them to get commissioned, which are very important for testing of these systems. So the all three different types of sensors for multiple application, like the FOG based, RLG, as well as MEMS based inertial systems, inertial measurement unit, AHRS units, all these, in-house development has started, with from our R&D team. And I think one after other we'll start rolling out from next year onwards.
Mr. Sai Kumar, just trying to understand that with this license, your expected revenue growth, which you're expecting to increase at a CAGR of 45 to 50% over the next 2 years, does this get bumped up further? Or was this guidance keeping in mind that you may get this license? I'm just trying to understand the incremental impact.
No, the guidance which we have given, there is nothing to do with this particular license specifically. There are certain other new products that will be rolled out subsequently, and for which we have already started bidding, and this will be an advantage to meet the tender criterias. And the few areas we are contemplating to and we are discussing on advanced stages with various international companies. So license will be mandatory for us to enter an MOUs with those companies for either a license production or a TOT with those companies. Primarily, we in an accelerated mode, we want to work on a more collaborative mode, both with the industry academy and domestic as well as in the international space. Because requirements are growing as far as the MOD is concerned, the problem statements are growing. So this collaborative approach, if we have to do this for these type of equipment, this license is required.
So which is why I'm just trying to put a number to the development, to put it simply. So in terms of augmenting your order book, what is the kind of impact that you see?
Okay, specifically for this particular type of systems, I think the numbers are pretty huge. There are various applications where imported equipment are being used for the FOG based sensors. Some of the underwater domain area also, which each sensor is being procured at a couple of crores or maybe more than 2 crores or something like that. Effectively, the product that will be rolled out from our end, will definitely be a full-fledged, made in India product. And at the same time, it will also be a very cost-effective one. Loss of foreign exchange by, doing import can be reduced. I think in the business going forward, specifically in the FOG, RLG, as well as in the MEM side, could be anything more than 1,000, 1,500 odd crores for the sensors alone. It's not only for the captive requirement. Once the product gets matured, we'll also supply for other peer companies as well.
Got it. Mr. Kumar, I have one question on the catalyst that people are saying, which might work for Apollo Micro, including the Unit 3 operationalization by June end. Is that on track? Because I believe there the capacity expands meaningfully. And is that a necessary and a sufficient condition for this 45 to 50% CAGR growth that Tamanna asked you about?
Last guidance which we have given is that the CAGR growth is not related to the Unit 3 expansion as such, and we would be irrespective of the Unit 3 getting ready, we will continue to maintain the guidance. Maybe sometimes required on a lean manufacturing, but definitely the Unit 3 is on track. Civil construction is complete. Machinery is already landed and commissioning is going on actually. And a trial production is already started.
I hear you. Because there's paucity of time, I'm just very quickly asking you. You mentioned these licenses don't impact the 45 to 50% guidance. Unit 3 doesn't impact. If both of these come true for you by June or by 2026, whenever they do, then could the numbers be more than the 45 to 50% growth rate?
Yes, I think 27, 28, the guidance which we have given, continued guidance of the next 3 years of 40, 45% plus, which we have given. There are some large value projects that we are expecting, which is very, very closely on the anvil actually. I think if all of them strikes, I think we may cross the existing guidance that we have given with the expanded infrastructure that we have. We are also continuing to discuss with some foreign companies for manufacturing back in India, actually, for their Indian MOD requirements. I think the revenues may further grow as well, but I'll keep giving you guidance further on that as well once the commission is completed.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Sai Kumar, for speaking with us of Apollo Microsystems, and what a fantastic made in India story that is as well. Thank you for your time to us.